I'm shit. Oh, now you can't speak English.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Rolling with Stone. It's your girl Stone coming to you with a makeup tutorial inspired by a couple of looks that I got from Lyons from the hit show Empire. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. So I have already prepped my skin. I've moisturized and then I applied a mattifying primer because I'm sure Cookie needs her makeup to stay on throughout the whole day. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation, which I'm going to use Revlon Color Stay Foundation. And the reason why I'm using this particular foundation is because it gives you a natural skin type finish. So her makeup is very perfected and beautiful makeup, but at the same time, it's not overdone. It's not that overly beat face, like she's going to the Grammys type makeup. So on set, her skin looks like skin. It's very perfected and beautiful, but at the same time, it looks like skin. So from here, I'm going to take a little bit of my concealer, which I'm going to use Max Pro Longwear Concealer, and apply that to a few of the blemishes that I still see peeking through a little bit. And I'm just going to use my finger to blend out the edges of that. So now moving on to the highlighted areas, and on that particular picture, her face is very highlighted, not super light, but you can tell she definitely has a good highlight going on. So I'm going to apply the Maybelline Dream Lumi highlighter stick, and her nose isn't extremely contoured, so I'm not going to really put highlighter to the nose part because she doesn't have like a defined contoured nose. Now I'm going to layer this with another concealer just to give it a more perfect look. And the concealer that I'm going to use is Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer. And her forehead highlight is pretty spread out, pretty wide across the forehead. So from here, I'm going to jump into contour. And for her contour, she pretty much hit just the sides of her forehead, like up into the top corner here. And then she definitely has a pretty good contour going on in her cheekbone area. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and use the LA Girls Pro Concealer in the color Dark Cocoa. So her highlight is actually brought up to the corner of the eye and then around, going up above the eyebrow. So I'm just going to blend that going here and up around, just like she has on the picture. To set the under eye, I'm going to use Max Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Medium because I wanted to set the exact same color that the concealer is. And because her highlight is a little bit more defined here and it stops right at the edge of the mouth, I'm just going to take a cosmetic sponge with my Revlon Nearly Naked face powder and then go ahead and trace this so I can have that definition the way she has. So now we're going to move on to the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes using NYX HD eyeshadow base. And for her lid, she has sort of like a grayish silvery color on the lid, and it has like a little sparkle, almost looks shiny, glossy a little bit. So for that, I'm going to use LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil, and this is in the color Sandcastles. Her eyeshadow isn't extremely like defined and sharp lines and definite creases. It doesn't have anything like that. So we're just going to kind of have it faded and blended, just a really natural type eyeshadow look. Now, because these cream shadows and cream liners do crease, I'm going to take the color Smut by MAC just to lightly set that with, and it's like a grayish type color because I still want that cream shadow stick to show through a little bit. Her eyebrows definitely have a lot higher of an arch than what I have, sort of a thinner brow, and her arch is pretty high up. So because the arch of her brow is so much higher than mine, I went ahead and concealed the bottom and top of my brow to give my brows the appearance of a more lifted arch. Now I'm going to go in with MAC's eyeshadow in the color Saddle and blend that for my crease color all the way up into the head of the brow. And I'm just going to build that color up a little bit. I'm not going to take a darker brown, but I'm just going to intensify that color by just building a couple of layers, especially under the head of the brow, because the brown there looks very strong on the picture. And I'm going to use a black pencil to line the top of my eye and smudge it out on the outer third. So I'm just going to line the bottom waterline with black liner and smudge it out with a chocolate brown shadow and then sort of a medium tone shadow just to blend it a little better. I'm going to take some of MAC's Carbon eyeshadow just to smudge the lash line a little bit. So now I'm going to apply some false eyelashes, and the lashes that I'm going to use is Cherry Blossom 747 mediums, but then I curled them because I noticed that her lashes kind of go all the way up, but then they're still kind of natural. I'm going to take MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the color Dark and set my face all over with a big powder brush. And from here, I'm going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Contour Kit. And using the color Espresso, I'm going to go ahead and define my contour just a little bit more. For blush, I'm going to use MAC's blush in the color Raisin. And for the lip, she has a very brick red type of lip, but it has a little bit of gloss or sheen to it. So I'm going to use Ruby Kisses matte lipstick in the color Vampire Red. And then I'm going to top it off with a little bit of clear lip gloss. So now I'm going to set everything using MAC's Fix Plus spray. So now it's time to go in with my cookie hair.
Streets are watching, eyes on me, closest to me done switched up on me. Days are long and nights are lonely. It's better to know it, cause now I know it.
Sitting back, reminiscing of how I used to get down and dirty with you.